All right, so let's talk about our bout schemes. And so our bout schemes are a little different than you may have seen in other systems. When I go to my operating bout schemes, our bout schemes are used as both a numbering scheme and an assignment scheme at the same time. You can use them separated if you wanted to, or you can use the same scheme at the same time. Okay. So when I'm going to use this, we got some different options here. So I'm going to add a scheme. And when I go to add my scheme, I can add a single scheme in which I can name it. I can apply it to the individual bouts. I can filter it by certain weight classes are going to get this numbering scheme or assignment scheme, divisions, what mats are going to use it, all those sorts of things. I can also come in and say, hey, I want to use it as a mat scheme. And by using it as a mat scheme, it's going to go ahead and create all my schemes for my mats and have the whole 101, 201, 301 type of concept. So when I add that in right there, you can see it already added my mat 1 through my mat 10 that we did earlier. It has 101, 201, 3 through 1001 already assigned to the mats, already ready to go. This is what you would use if you were doing some sort of assign weights to mats. This is the type of scheme you would use. You could have that mat scheme there and ready to roll. Okay. I can also take those away. I'm going to delete those real quick just by selecting them and then typing in the delete. And now, once they're deleted, I'm going to add another scheme just to show you. And when I add this next scheme, it can be a division scheme. So that's going to do the same thing. It's just going to start that scheme at 1001. And it's going to add those in for you for every one of your divisions. It's going to go ahead and give you a number scheme for each of those divisions separately. So now you're naming those different schemes out that way. Okay. Going to remove those again. Then you can also add schemes that are the type of weight schemes. And add a weight scheme for every weight class you have. It's going to add a separate scheme for you, just like before with the divisions. So I can add those. And now I have a separate weight scheme started at 101 and just running up the ladder there. So to 901. And I've only built out these 8U weights. So that's why that's like that as it is. And it goes ahead and filters it by it, ready to go. Now I can number them, use them for assignments, whatever I wanted to do there. Okay. And then finally, you got your a la carte custom scheme that you can run. Okay. This can be as easy as your usual all scheme where you just say, hey, it's everything. We're going to start it at bout number 1 and we're going to go and just number them off. And we're going to skip buys and just number them. So you can add that type of scheme in and use that. Or you can add a scheme then that comes back behind it and says, hey, I want to assign and I only want to do first round. We'll just say first round. And I'm only going to assign the first round of those of these matches. So I can come through and if I had any bracket types in here, I could add those in. All right. So I could add any kind of weights that I wanted to this. If I want to add certain weights, I could add divisions in if I wanted to. And it would start to filter down based on those sorts of things that I was adding in here. So these start to become this customized numbering scheme and bout scheme that you could use just by going in and customizing that. Okay. So I'm not going to save that right now. We have the all scheme here. And then I could from here go to the mats tab and actually use that same scheme that I was going to number from to start doing assignments. And now I could choose those for my assignments. And then after I chose those for my assignments, I could load my mats and it would load all the mats from that scheme, 1 through whatever the bout numbers are, and have it ready to go, ready to be loaded. So that's how you use your bout schemes and how you can build out custom ones. You can use the mat schemes or division schemes or weight schemes and be able to do that and use that same scheme then to go assign the weight, the bouts to the mats. Okay. So that's how you use your bout schemes.